Hey guys, this is Untitled with Rollout Reviews, bringing you another Crash B-Daman review. This time it is the Crash B-Daman Crash Tower Battle Set. I sure love reviewing battle sets. He lied. They're just so big and unwieldy, and it's hard to find room for them where I can film it. That said, I'm trying a new setup here, a little bit of a different location. We'll see how it works. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an idea of how large this set really is. Comes with quite a few things here. You get Magnum Ifrit, you get Blitz Garuda, you get 2 Crash Towers, and 22 B-Daman. You also get this big arena. It has no bottom, but it has plenty of interchangeable pieces, so you can alter the size. Here's the box. There is the front, and there is the back. So let's change back to the normal location and take a look at everything individually. Then we'll come back here and test it all out. First things first, you get an absolutely massive sticker sheet, which has on it both the stickers for Magnum Ifrit, Blitz Garuda, and also the stickers for both of the Crash Towers. This seems like a lot of work. I am not going to be applying these, but good luck if you choose to. It also comes with 22 B-Daman, 1 for each of the Crash Towers and 10 for each of the players. Noticeably, these B-Daman are a lot smaller than the Crossfight ones. So, there's that. You also get, obviously, Blitz Garuda and Magnum Ifrit. I've already done individual reviews on both of these. I'll put links in the description, and you can take a look at those if you really want to see what these guys do. The walls are comprised of several really chunky pieces of plastic. You get 4 of these curved pieces here in sort of a green color. You get 4 of these smaller parts in the same color. And you get 8 of these longer walls in black. Now, these are pretty decent height so that they'll keep all of your shots in a contained area pretty well. They're also quite long by themselves and really wide. They have a great trough here that you can, keep all of your B-Daman when they're not being used, or even throw like unused pins in there so they don't roll off the table and get lost. They have these little bits up top. I'm not sure what those are for. They're not used to like connect them up top here, so I don't know. But the system here has these little tabs on each end, allowing you to easily peg them together. Reminds me of like a model train railroad system. And once again, they're all interchangeable, so you can kind of alter the size of the arena to whatever size you want. It doesn't come with any kind of cardboard, flat surface, or otherwise, so you're going to have to set this up on a hard table or something. But provided you have room, this is a great multi-purpose arena. Good for, well, probably not Break Bomber because I don't see any way of actually attaching the tower, but definitely great for something like Battle B-Daman, Invasion, something like Direct Hit Battle, honestly, and, of course, Crash Battles. The main attraction here is obviously the 2 Crash Towers, one in white and blue and the other in green and white. This is to match Blitz Garuda and Baltoros, who doesn't come in this set. To get a Magnum Ifrit colored Crash Tower, you have to get the Magnum Ifrit DX set. That'd be great if it didn't leave you with at least 2 Magnum Ifrits to get all 3 Crash Towers. 3, in my case. Now, it makes sense, sort of, from a marketing standpoint. It would be silly if you have both that set and this set to have 2 Crash Towers that are exactly the same. This also gives you the opportunity to have a Crash Tower that is colored like Baltoros. but I'm not sure how I feel about 3 of these guys kicking around. I don't know. The main premise of a Crash Tower battle is to knock out your opponent's tower before they knock down yours. More specifically, you want this marble on the ground. You can knock out these little pins here, which is pretty easy to do, and then once those are gone, you can aim for the central peg. It's also just measured right so that if you're super accurate, you can shoot through these 2 pins and immediately knock down that central peg. Now, once that is out, it brings this piece down, which is kind of a cool effect. Once that is down, it's a lot easier to knock this out, because once this falls over, it goes toppling down, and this comes rolling out. Now, at first I didn't think this was a very good head-to-head game, just because it didn't seem like your decisions really affected your opponent all that much. It was more of a race to knock down a target rather than a battle. But having it in hand, I'm starting to see that it could be a little bit more strategic than that, just because of the amount of customization you have in these towers. They have these little ports here, and you can peg your little pins on in any way. On top of that, you can also attach them like this, which allows you to sort of combine towers together. If I'll show this off. You know, just like this. You can also fill these with marbles, allowing you to make sort of a concentration of weight on one end, while maybe protecting the central peg and the pins over here on the other. It's kind of a cool modular system, and if you have multiple towers, you can do some pretty crazy things. That said, make sure that your tower has just as many parts as your opponent, or else it could get a little unfair. However, if you're just playing alone, you can use all of the parts in this set to make, well, a really fun and interesting tower just to shoot at alone. That's what's great about these. It makes for a good head-to-head game because of that strategy. You can keep your tower design secret to your opponent until they're firing at it, so they have to use their brain a little bit to try and find the best way to knock it down. Or you can just create a big tower like this and, well, challenge yourself to knock it down alone. You have everything you need in this set to do something like that, and the amount of play value here is great. Finally, let's do a demonstration. Now, it doesn't matter how you set up the walls. You can make them any size. That's unimportant. What is important is how you set up the things inside it. The towers and the B-Daman should be on the same side as each other, respectively. That's so when you're firing at your opponent's target and they're firing at yours, your marbles will cross. The series is called Crash B-Daman, and it's not without reason. The marbles are supposed to physically crash into each other. That makes battles a bit more exciting, but if you think about it, it also adds maybe a little bit more strategy. If you're really skilled or really lucky, you can try shooting at your opponent's marbles before they hit your target. But in reality, that's a little impractical. Now, this set does not come with any magazines, but if you're getting it, I highly recommend picking up 2 of these. They complement this set really well. I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen the Crash B-Daman anime, so I don't know what they say before something like this. To be safe, I'm just gonna stick with B-Fight. Okay? Good. 3, 2, 1, B-Fight! And that is it. I'm not kidding you, these games go super fast. And that might put some people off. The amount of effort it takes to set up a game like this, compared to how long a game takes, there's a big margin there. But I personally feel it's worth it. After experiencing a game or two of this, it's easily one of my favorite beat-em-on battle formats, and I'm not exaggerating. I love how this works. So let's go over to the other side and take a couple shots once again. 3, 2, 1, fight! Once again, pretty fast. Overall, this is a great set. Probably one of the best battle sets in the entire Beat-em-on franchise. And it's a great value, too. Let's think about it like this, and I'm talking about online prices. I live in the US and I have to import all of this from the internet. So, single Beat-em-on starters are $10 to $15. The rarer ones can get ridiculously pricey. Crash towers, well, again, are about $10, $15 if you can find them. Because of their rarity, once again, maybe $20 a piece. On top of that, marbles. In the Crossfight line marble packs, which is 10 marbles a pack, is $5 to $7 maybe. That's almost $60, $70 value for what I paid for this, $35 to $40 shipped. It's a great value, like I said, considering you also get this arena, which is one of the best arenas I have ever seen. It doesn't have a flat surface below. What are you going to do? As long as you find one, it is super solid and very versatile. You can play Battle Beat-em-on, Crossfight Beat-em-on, Crash Beat-em-on games within it. I highly recommend this set. And if you want to get into Crash Beat-em-on, I honestly recommend getting this, paying the extra money, instead of just getting a starter. I wasn't a huge fan of the Crash Beat-em-on system when I just had Magnum Ifrit. But now that I have the whole shebang, I get it. And Crash Beat-em-on is one of my favorite toy lines in the Beat-em-on history. So that is about it, guys, and this is IXRoll@IX, signing off.